it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a design team project for Color Rush Studio, and I am super excited about this Everyday Joy kit. It is just stunning. I'm sure you already have seen the unboxing. So I thought I would start this month with the sketch from the Facebook group. So you can see that up there in the corner. It has 3 photos, and they are cut into circles. And then there are 3 pieces of pattern paper, and it's matted with pattern paper, which is the pattern paper that I am matting it with, that kind of constellation paper, and then a white background. So I pulled a white piece of cardstock from my stash. I gutted the middle of that constellation paper, even though I have 2 of them in the kit. I didn't know if I wanted to pull some of the color to the front or not. So it does look like there is stitching that goes around the edge. I am not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it plain, and I am going to actually do hexagons instead of circles. And the reason for that is I don't have a circle die or punch that would have been big enough, but I do have these hexagon dies that are, and so I did need to do them actually in 2 different sizes. So the pictures are going to be a bigger size hexagon, and the pattern paper are going to be a smaller. So my thought actually was to use both sides of the pattern paper. Actually, I was going to use 3 different pattern papers, but I end up just using 1, and I thought I was going to use both sides of it. And in reality, I'm going to stick with the stripes. So the one on the bottom, I actually cut, I guess technically backwards, because I was going to use the other side. But I think once I have done the embellishment, you're not going to be able to notice, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to layer them out, and then I am going to stick them down. And initially when I did my unboxing, I put everything in my little tray here. And then I'm really loving using this muffin tin to kind of separate the embellishments. So I'm going to start pulling those out. I'm going to go through the die cuts, and the ones I'm not going to use, I'm going to put in the tin. And I'm just kind of playing with a couple of different bits. Like, I'm thinking maybe I want this warm and cozy. So these are fun pictures. This was on the USS, the one in San Diego, not Missouri. It'll come to me. If it doesn't come to me before the end of the video, if you really need to know, let me know down below. Otherwise, I will probably think of it at about 2 o'clock this morning. It'll probably wake me up. So my plan is to only embellish the pattern paper pieces. And I kind of think that I'm going to do a little bit of a tone on tone. So there's pictures. So the top picture is my best friend and I, and we're next to one of the planes. And then my husband and I were on the inside of the plane. And then the other one is one of our employees' husband and my husband, and they're sitting in the helicopter cockpit, and they were nice enough and waved to me. Not only did they let me take their picture, but they waved. So that was kind of fun. So I'm just kind of doing tone on tone with leaves via the die cut. I got one of those yellow fabric stars on the yellow there. I've also got some wood veneer leaves as well. So those are kind of in those spots. That's kind of what I'm going through now. So you can see how I've kind of separated the die cuts, the wood veneer bits, the fabric bits. I will also do the acrylic bits. So I will have to put the wood veneer pieces all together. So then I'm going to put the wood veneer or the acrylic in this one, and then everything is separated. So I'm like, okay, what do I have in the bluish tones that I can use for my title? I liked this about, and I thought I could do something, but this Out of This World was just perfect. It fit perfectly right there. It goes with kind of the constellation, not that these planes go out of the world, but they go off the ground. So I feel like that totally works. So I'm going to get a wood veneer star, an acrylic star, and then a die cut star all up there in the top as well. And I think I use another acrylic star. Oh, I did decide to make a little cluster up in the left upper hand corner. I don't know that it was actually necessarily needed. It says seen and noted, love this vibe, and it's got a little wood veneer star. And then there was a constellation die cut, and it fit perfectly over the out. Like it nestles in that acrylic piece beautifully. So I would highly recommend using that die cut piece with that acrylic piece, because I just think that it is super fun and stunning. So I've got all that down, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I also have the wood pieces and the chipboard flare. I was like, there's so much stuff, I almost forgot. So I do think I get I get 2 wood pieces. I'm going to get a geotag, and then I'm going to get a piece that says enjoying this to go down there on the bottom in that kind of blue hexagon area. And that is going to do it for this layout. So I will have close-ups, and then in the description box, I will have links to the kit. I have a feeling this kit is going to go just as fast as the other one, so head over and get your hands on it. You can also use my code 10crystal, and that will save you 10% in the shop. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I love to chat with you. Here is a final look at my layout, and remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye.